Have you ever wondered where and how one of the largest oil companies goes to find the energy we use? We've all heard of fracking, but do you know what it is? Today we will seek to answer those questions. My name is James Aguanno, and this is my presentation on Chevron Corporation's contributions to research and development in the field of natural gas. First, a little overview of the presentation. We will first start with some company facts. Then we'll go over the research and development of natural gas in the fields of exploration of shale formations and Chevron's process of extraction by fracking. We will also look into fracking, what it is, and what Chevron does to minimize the environmental impact of the process. Then we will conclude with a general overview of the presentation itself. Chevron's roots began in 1879 with the discovery of oil at Pico Canyon, north of Los Angeles, California. This led to the formation of the Pacific Coast Oil Company, which later became part of Standard Oil Company of California. And after the breakup of Standard, it finally became Chevron. Chevron also employs more than 61,000 people all over the world and has a current operating budget of over $230 billion. Chevron is traded on the New York Stock Exchange under ticker symbol CVX. As with most petroleum companies, Chevron is focusing much of its attention these days on the exploration and extraction of natural gas because it is plentiful and provides the world with a cleaner and cheaper means of energy compared to oil. Chevron's natural gas exploration efforts span every continent on Earth with the exception of Antarctica, with most being in North America and more specifically in the United States, which holds most of the world's natural gas reserves. Another reason natural gas is a focus is that by 2035, demand for it will grow by 43% according to the International Energy Agency. Chevron is vested in the process of exploring ways to extract natural gas from shale by means of fracking, which we will discuss in greater detail later on. Chevron is committed to exploring resources in the U.S. in 5 states: Michigan, New Mexico, Ohio, Texas, and Pennsylvania. Chevron focuses most of its attention in Pennsylvania at the Marcellus Shale Formation, which covers several states in the northeastern United States. The company has also used its resources in exploring the Utica Shale Formation, which is located directly beneath the Marcellus. Chevron owns more than 700,000 net acres of leases in the Marcellus Shale alone. It also owns more than 400,000 acres of leases in Michigan and Texas, bringing the total number to over 1 million acres. So now we will discuss fracking and its part in Chevron's R&D. Fracking is shorthand for high volume horizontal fracturing, a common and sometimes controversial method of extracting natural gas from shale formations. We will go over its controversial nature and its environmental impact later. The fracking process begins by drilling. A well is drilled vertically into the ground, and once maximum depth is achieved, the well is then drilled horizontally to where the shale formation begins. From there, fluids such as water and oil, combined with sand, are then pumped into the well at high pressure and velocity in order to fracture the shale rock. The gas can then be extracted once the rock that has once trapped it is out of the way. To satisfy environmental concerns of fracking, Chevron, along with Shell and other natural gas companies and environmental groups, have established the Center for Sustainable Shale Development. The Center for Sustainable Shale Development is an independent foundation that sets certification standards for the safe extraction of shale gas. It uses 15 performance standards for the process, including establishing an area of review prior to drilling, encompassing both the horizontal and vertical stages, and assessing risk analysis. Cleansing fracking water of hydrocarbons prior to storage, and once it is stored, it will be stored in impermeable material equipped with leak detection mechanisms. Recycling of water used in the process and later consideration of standards for net water producers. Using a closed-loop system to contain oil-based fracking fluids to keep from contaminating the land and utilizing zero discharge of wastewater. It also provides 11 additional standards to completely isolate the well from the surrounding area. This is achieved mostly by designing casing and cement to protect surface water and aquifers from drilling fluids in the extraction of the natural gas itself. This third-party certification helps to ensure the environment is impacted as little as possible during all phases of the drilling and extraction process. Chevron Corporation is a leader in the field's research and development by owning gas leases in 6 continents, which includes over 1 million acres of drilling leases in the U.S. alone. Chevron is an industry leader in the exploration and extraction of shale gas, and today focuses most of its attention on this type of energy production. Chevron is committed to the environmentally responsible extraction of shale gas by partnering with environmental groups and other petroleum companies in the formation of the Center for Sustainable Shale Development. This partnership gives Chevron the means to address and minimize the environmental impact of fracking. If you have any questions, please email me on Blackboard. You can also find out more on Chevron's research and development efforts at www.chevron.com. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you and have a great day.